Ukrainian President Volodymyr Zelensky has said that the situation in that occupied part of the Kherson region is catastrophic, as occupiers are now abandoning people in dreadful conditions.
Now, he's called for international aid organisations to help with rescues as thousands of Ukrainians remain cut off. Let's speak to Ukrainian MP and leader of the Hollis Party, Kira Rudik. Kira, as each day we hope the water has reached its height now. Goodness knows what will happen when it begins to settle down, and we see further destruction with all of this. What's your assessment of the dam breach?
Hello, good morning, Eamon, Isabel. Thank you so much for having me. Well, indeed, this catastrophe is both humanitarian and ecological. And as of right now, we know that around 80 villages or settlements are in danger and are either flood, but also in danger of being flood. We right now, thousands of Ukrainians going to the south to help out people and animals, just to make sure that we rescue and fight for every life. We understand that the circumstances when it happened are absolutely tragic. We state that Russians blew up the dam and endangering not only Ukraine but the whole Europe, because the consequences of that would be terrifying on first of all on ecological level. So first of all, look at the Zaporizhia nuclear station that is right now does not have the water to cool down because they were taking the water from the river, from the water from the dam. A second threat that is that mines that were in the ground at the battlefield and near it, right now they're in the water and they can migrate whenever the water would go, and it will be the Black Sea. So the impact on Ukrainian people is absolutely dramatic, and we see people who lost their homes, who were spending the last 2 days on the roofs waiting for the help to arrive. And though we are certain, and from our side, we are doing everything possible. So our emergency services, our volunteers, our military, they are helping people that are on our controlled territory. But what we see, the videos that you see, they are sometimes also from the occupied territories, where we know that people are not getting enough help. So what bothers me a lot is that international organizations such as Greenpeace or Red Cross, they are not there. They are not at the occupied territories trying to rescue our people, trying to help them out. And we know that they are not getting help from Russians. And at this goal to fight for every life and rescue people, first of all, I think we are not, as the society, doing everything that is possible for the people at the occupied territories.
I just wonder if you can tell us any more. I was reading that the Ukrainians have been warning that they believe the Russians may well be planning to bomb the Zaporizhia nuclear power station. Can you tell us any more about the intelligence behind that claim?
So first of all, the threat at the Zaporizhia nuclear station, it did not happen like yesterday or last week. It has been since Russia started to control nuclear station, and they have been threatening with the incident for the last year. And we are one step away from a catastrophe, because it may not be an incident, it may not be a bombarding, it could be a mistake, because they are controlling the station with lots of military. We know that they moved their explosives, and so just a disaster could happen at any time. Especially right now, the risks are extremely high because the station, as I said, does not have enough water to cool down the reactors. You know, any person in their sane mind would not be ever playing or endangering a nuclear station, because we all know what may happen. We have gone through Chernobyl. We know the impact that it has on people in generation. And I can tell you one thing. Radiation does not care which passport you are holding and are you a member of NATO or you are not. So if there is a tragedy, it will be everybody's problem and it will endanger people throughout the Europe. And this is why we are calling for the UN forces or the international organizations to put the spectators there to control the nuclear station. But as of now, it did not happen. Russia does not allow that. And we are still living under this ticking time bomb.